where the whole order is, should be quashed, because it was based upon a report which was not based upon inquiry. Kindly, I take your lordship through Article 209, very clear on that. There is no ambiguity in Article 209.
Which part of it?
So let's see the clauses 5 and 6.
Yes. Please read.
If on information from any source, the Council or the President is of the opinion that a judge of the Supreme Court or a High Court may be incapable of properly performing the duties of his office or by reason of physical or mental incapacity, or may have been guilty of misconduct, the President shall direct the Council to, or the Council may on its own motion inquire into the matter. Inquire into the matter on its own motion. So now there are two ways. One is presidential reference. The other is the Council may on its own motion. Now this is a case covered by the second portion, on its own motion, because the registrar was a complainant and the Supreme Judicial Council, registrar as secretary of the Supreme Judicial Council became a complainant. And on the basis of that complaint, the Supreme Judicial Council decided to proceed in the matter. So what they needed to do is inquire into the matter.
How should they inquire into the matter?
By holding a factual inquiry on the allegations that were there.
Was any factual inquiry held?
Never.
Yeah,
that's my private.
This is an admitted fact?
It's a fact.
Where is it? Is this admitted fact? That no inquiry was held by the SJC?
मतलब ये जो है,
is it admitted fact or not admitted?
Admit कर लिया था, जिसकी वजह से जो है
No, there are two aspects to it. Na? One is the speech. The other is the content of the speech. See, as far as the speech is concerned, he's not denying it. He said, I did make this speech, but I made it, this is their case, that since nobody was paying any attention to me, so I went public. Whether this in itself constitutes misconduct or not, that's one, leave that aside for the time being. We are simply asking you that the allegations that were leveled by the petitioner, were they inquired into by the Supreme Judicial Council or not? Is this true or false?
No, my lord. उनकी allegation की नहीं की गई, जो कि
नहीं, बस ये पूछ रहे हैं. अच्छा, and now please go to what you said, 2096.
Yes, sir.
Khan Sahib, you were referring to another provision.
Yes, sir. The other is clause 6. If after inquiring into the matter, so this is very important, if, after inquiring into the matter, the Council reports to the President that it is of the opinion that the judge is incapable of performing the duties of his office or has been guilty of misconduct, and that he should be removed from office, the President may remove the judge from office. So, sir, the Council can only report if it has held inquiry into the matter.
Can you read 7 also?
7. A judge of the Supreme Court or of a High Court shall not be removed from office except as provided by this article. Meaning thereby, on the basis of a report which has been made after due inquiring into the matter, that only in that case, if there is a report in which he has been found guilty of misconduct after full factual inquiry, only on that basis he can be removed, cannot be removed for any other way. Otherwise,
going along with you, I just want to understand one thing. It's being conceded by the Attorney General that there was no factual inquiry.
Okay.
Now, moving ahead, what can we do? What can this court do?
That means that inquiry is that report by the Supreme Judicial Council on the basis of which he has been removed is unconstitutional, because Constitution requires.
I'm not asking for an argument. I'm saying what can this court do? What if I was to ask you, okay, what sort of order can this court pass? What would you suggest?
Declaring the inquiry, the report of the Supreme Judicial Council as unconstitutional, void, and nullity.
But suppose the allegations that you level were not true, then
what was it?
Suppose that the allegations that you leveled, one person is saying no, one person is saying yes. Now we must have a mechanism to ascertain who is telling the truth. I mean, we can't throw a coin in the air and decide on that basis. So there are two possibilities. I mean, don't mind my saying so. Either the petitioner is telling the truth or is not telling the truth. There are only two possibilities. If, don't mind my saying so, if he's not telling the truth and he makes this allegation, and on that, and nobody ascertains, like you have alleged that nobody ascertained, and nobody ascertains whether his allegation is true or false, and is or whatever the order is set aside, surely this will not be proper. That's why I'm saying, how do we go forward now?
That is exactly the case. If your Lordship may kindly see that I informed the Chief Justice of
No, we understand that. They concede no inquiry was held. I'm saying, where do we go from here?
So therefore, the entire proceedings against me...
वो भी हो गई. Suppose, just for the sake of argument, we say, because we have to deal with these cases, it becomes precedent. Okay? Supreme Judicial Council, let's assume, did not do its job by inquiring into the matter. Correct? I think fundamental rights are available to judges as well. The due process and fair trial. By all means, hear it and then remove me. Because say this is false allegation you have leveled, you don't fit to be a judge, and not only you made a false allegation, you went and made it publicly. If it was false, he should be removed. If it was false, he should be removed. No. If the allegation that you make now,
yes,
is established to be false after the inquiry,
yes,
should you have been removed?
Then can be yes.
Okay. Then no. Now I reverse it.
Yeah.
If after inquiry it transpires that the allegation that you leveled was true,
yes,
they may say you still should be removed because you went public, or no, you should not be. But your emphasis is on the fact that one way or the other inquire into the matter. Am I correct in understanding that? Now because you had leveled initially allegations without making anyone a party, so we wanted to hear what the persons against whom the allegations had been made, what would they say? They may come and say, yes, I did so, but there was nothing wrong in it, or simply say, yes, I did it. But the matter can't end now because they're saying, no, this is all false. So who will ascertain the truth of the matter?
The Supreme Judicial Council ought to have done that. My position is. Now your Lordship is.
Zara mein solution bhi bata dena sir. We're looking for how to solve this riddle.
इसका simple जवाब है sir. जैसे पहले, in some cases it has happened.